2 seasons ago, the devs of codm added their first weapon from Vanguard, complete with a brand new gunsmith system. And how did that go? Well... So surely they would learn their lesson with their next Vanguard weapon, right? Right? Let's talk about the BP50. Looking at the stats, it's clear that this weapon is meant to be a flex weapon. But wait a second, don't we have plenty of those in the meta already? What makes this gun so special? Well, let's start off with its strongest stat, the time to kill. It is, for a lack of a better word, absurd. So absurd, in fact, that it makes the HVK look like a paintball gun. With just the rapid barrel alone, it features a time to kill of 252 milliseconds, which doesn't sound too impressive until you realize that it maintains this TTK for a colossal of 80 meters, meaning that it will kill faster at range than even some of the best main ARs. Also, if you can manage to hit 2 torso shots up close, you can achieve an incredible TTK of 189 milliseconds, which is very similar to the HVK3 tag. And unlike most of the current meta weapons, it has a much more forgiving fire rate at 954 rounds per minute. This is the fastest in the AR category, which also allows you to play more aggressively than most other ARs. Speaking of which, the BP50 also has an ADS time on par with SMGs, allowing you to make use out of its insane TTK profile and reliably challenge SMGs. Moving and strafing speeds are excellent as well, faster than most ARs and being in line with CQC SMGs such as the QQ9. But it's not just good at close range, no. Remember when I said about it has top tier TTK at range? Well, let's just say that it has both the recoil and BSA to take advantage of it. Base BSA is not the best, but once you put on the bells and whistles, you can easily boost it to even challenge main ARs. How about the recoil? Oh, it's very easy to control. Consider how fast it fires, just pull down with a slight lean to the right, and if that's not enough for you, you can always put on the Leroy custom stock, and suddenly the recoil is about as low as the Bison. This is not a joke. Alright, we've been talking nothing about positives regarding the BP50, so we will probably be covering the downsides by now. I'm sure it's got a ton of them, considering how fucking busted it looks. Let's see here, slower than average sprint to fire, although it's quite easy to negate by sliding or jumping, or just not sprinting all the time. Reload time, it's on the slow side? And wait, that's it? No, that can't be. There has to be more, right? Nope, that's actually it for the cons? Well, that looks fair and balanced, doesn't it? It's not like this thing outguns most ARs and SMGs or anything. I don't think I'll be playing a lot of ranked this season, not with this thing being around. To summarize, the BP50 in standard multiplayer would be a jack of all trades and master of all. It has basically everything you can possibly need in an AR, as it excels in both closer ranges and longer ranges due to its combination of top-tier TTK profile, great mobility, low recoil, and enough BSA to take on most ranges. This makes for an extremely versatile weapon that is very easy to use and can excel in any situation. The BP50 is easily a meta AR, and quite possibly the best overall weapon you can use in multiplayer. When it comes to the build, there are 4 attachments that are basically mandatory on this gun. The Leroy 438mm rapid barrel. This is the most important attachment as it greatly improves the weapon's time to kill with minimal downside. Maximum suppressor for concealment and some extra range. 30 Russian short mags as the best mag attachment, since the 45 rounds hurt mobility too much and the 30 round mags is too small for its fire rate. And the stippled grip for free BSA improvement. For the last attachment, you can use the aim assist laser for better BSA, or if you're not a fan of lasers, you can use the removed stock for better mobility, or the Leroy custom stock for better recoil. As for the Battle Royale players out there, you'll be happy to know that the BP50 is just like multiplayer, a god tier weapon. For starters, it has the best time to kill profile out of any AR. In fact, the only other range primary that beats this thing is the MG42, and that's only when built for the max fire rate. It also has very easy recoil, which makes it great for longer ranges. And unlike other ARs that have to sacrifice a good bit of mobility to be good enough for range, the BP50 retains its full mobility and handling, which allows you to be much more aggressive with it. This is basically what would happen if we took the MG42 and gave it the mobility of an SMG. Start with the recoil booster and the rapid barrel for the fastest TTK, 30 Russian short mags for increased mag size, aim assist laser for BSA, and an optic of preference for better visibility. And if you don't mind the iron sights or have a mythic, you can use the custom stock instead for less recoil. There is an alternate build if you want to pair it with a sniper, focusing more on close to mid-range. Simply swap out the aim assist laser for 5MW laser and the optic for pine tar grip to improve the weapon's hipfire. You can think of this as a better version of the Type 25 stopping power, featuring better range, hipfire, and most importantly, double the mag size. Cry Psycho going dark.